Hi everybody, this lesson is going to be on 2.4 on graphing linear equations. In this lesson I'm going to break up into 3 separate videos because there are 3 separate concepts and I'm going to cover one concept in each video. Another reason is I feel like you all know slope-intercept form pretty well, and so I'm going to kind of rush through this because I don't want to waste your time. You know how to do all this. I am going to remind you some things though. So for instance, do you remember the formula for slope is y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Another way to say that is rise over run. And some of you learned this delta y over delta x. Delta y means change in y, and delta x means change in x. That delta means change in. Okay, so slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. How do we graph it? Well, we plot the y-intercept and then we count the rise over run. Let's do an example together. So for this example, I'm going to start with plotting the y-intercept, the b. That is at 4. That is, I go up to 4 on the y-axis to find the y-intercept. My slope is negative 1/2. That means down 1, right 2, down 1, right 2, etc. Or I could go up 1, left 2 as well. And now I need to connect those points with a line. So I'm going to grab a line. So you might have noticed I had to grab an extra tool to do that. You also should grab an extra tool. That is, you should be using a straight edge. Your lines need to be connected with a straight edge. So get in the habit of using a ruler or some kind of straight edge that you can use. Now, another thing in this video series is because we are kind of running through these so quickly, I want you to list a couple of advantages and a couple of disadvantages. When you see this form, what are some things you like about it? What are some things you don't like about it? Or when does it work? When doesn't it work? Now, this video is also going to go over horizontal and vertical. So I'm going to turn the page and go to the other part of the page on horizontal and vertical lines. Okay, horizontal and vertical lines. Here we have examples of a horizontal line and a vertical line. And honestly, I don't remember if those are drawn on yours or not. They might not be, so I will be referring to them. You might want to fill those in. Okay, what is the equation of the solid line shown below, and what is its slope? So some people remember, first of all, what the slope is. They know that if a line is horizontal, the slope is 0. The rise over run is 0. Right? It does not rise at all, so it is 0. What is the equation? Well, the equation is we look at where it hits an axis. In this case, it hits the y-axis, and since it hits the y-axis, this equation is y equals 3. The other line is going vertically. What is the equation of that line, and what is its slope? Well, again, some of you might remember the slope. In this case, we call it undefined. And sometimes people say, well, it's so steep you can't even define it, so it's undefined. Also, if we do rise over run, then the run here is 0. Like it rises a bunch, but it doesn't run at all. And when we divide by a 0, that makes it undefined. So the slope is undefined. The equation, again, we look at where it is hitting, and it's hitting the x-axis this time. And it's hitting that x-axis at -2, so the equation is x equals -2. Okay, there are 2 more videos in this series, so go ahead and stop this video and watch the next 2, and we will talking about all of this more in class.